Hi guys, welcome to Code Bashers. Today's question is combination sum 3. In this question, we have to find all the possible combination of k numbers that add up to a number n, given that only number from 1 to 9 can be used and each combination should be a unique set of numbers. Let's see an example and understand this question. We are given the number 1 to n in each test case. We have to find k equal to 3 means we have to find all the three number combination which add up to a given number, that is 7. So from 1 to 9 we can find only one combination, that is 1 to 4 of size 3 which add up to 7. Let's see another example. In this also we have to take only three number combination to generate a sum of 9. So the combination we have find are 1 to 6, 1 3 5 and 2 3 4. So these are the three combination of size 3 and whose target is equal to the n, that is 9. So now let's look at the approach. Guys, this question is similar to the finding of the subset of an array. Suppose with some given conditions. Now suppose we have given the numbers from 1 to 3. I am not taking 1 to 9 for simplicity purpose. Suppose we are given the numbers 1 to 3 and we have to find the two elements combination to generate a sum of 5. So what we can do, we can find all the subsets of our numbers, that is from 1 to 3, and in these subsets we find that subset which achieve these conditions. We can see in these subsets only this subset, that is 2 3, which is satisfying this condition. It is of the size 2 only and the sum of the elements of this type is 5. So 2 3 is the answer. In this case we have generated only one subset. In this question we don't have to find all the subset. We can use some base conditions to lower the complexity of our answer, but the idea is to generate the subset. So now let's look at the dry run of this code. Now let's dry run it. I have taken 3 for simplicity purpose. Our target is to find two elements whose sum is equal to 5. So now this question is of backtracking type. So let's see. This is a main function. We have called to 1. First of all we have called to 1. Now when we have called to 1, our sum that was initially 5 has now become 4 because 5 minus 1 is 4, and since we have taken 1 into consideration, our k became 1. So now this one will call again to next element, that is 2. Now our n was initially 4 and when we called, now 4 minus 2 becomes 2, so our n became 2 and k became 0. So now what we will do, now our k became 0 means we have achieved the size of the elements we require. Like we require 2 elements, so we have acquired 2 elements, but the sum is still not equal to 0 because n is equal to 2. So in this case we will not make our call forward, because if we make our call forward, our k will become -1, that is we will consider the 3 elements, but we have to consider only 2 elements. So we will not make our call forward, we will just simply return our call from here. Now since we have returned our call to 1, now it will call to this function. Now n was 4 and the new element is 3, so now new n became 1 and k became 0. Now similarly in this condition also we can't make a call forward, because if we make a call forward, our one element will also increase and our k will be equal to -1, which means we have taken into consideration 3 elements, but that will be a wrong assumption. So we'll return the call from here only when k became 0 and our answer is not found. Now 1 will go back to this. Now we will make a call to 2. Our n was 5 and now n became 3 because the element is 2, and k became 1 because we have taken 2 into consideration. Now we will call forward. Now here our n became 0 and k became 0, means we have found a combination in which our n also equal to the sum we required and the number of elements are also the required ones only. like 5 was the sum and 2 were the elements which are fulfilled by this combination. So we will take this combination into account, and after this also we can't make a call forward because our n will become negative and k will become also negative. So we will return from here. So now once we have returned, we will return this, and now our call has came to 3. Now n was 5, now n became 2 and k became 1. So now we call ahead, but there is nothing, so it will return, and now we have called to this side and it has also nothing and it will return also, and all the answers are returned to the main. Since we have traversed through all the combinations, we have found only one combination, that is 2 3. This will be our answer. So this was the approach. I hope you liked the approach. Please like the video. Now we will look at the code. Now first we will make an array which will store our final answer, that will be equal to 2D array. This will store our final answer. We will return this answer in the end. Now we will make a vector that will store our current combination, which will name as current. This will store our current combination, and we will see whether the current combination follows the given conditions or not. Now what we'll do, but we will call a recursive function in which we will pass this answer, our current vector, our target that is n, and our size of the target required that is k, and the starting position that will be equal to 1, because we are given the numbers from 1 to 9, so our starting number will be 1. Now after this recursion has been called, we will return the value of our answer function, because this answer is called by reference, and in recursive calls this answer will be fulfilled with the combinations which follow these two conditions, that is k and n. So now let's write a recursive function. We will first write the base conditions. I have told you earlier that we have two base conditions when our n became 0 and k also became 0. And k also became 0. This means we have found the combination that we are looking for. So we will append this combination in our final answer, that is answer dot pushback our current. Current is the vector which contains our current combination. Now we will return from here because we can't go further, because if we will go further our n will become negative and k will also become negative, and this is of no use. Now this was our first base condition. Now second base condition was when our k became 0, when we have reached the limit of taking elements into account. Now when k equal to 0 and still we have some amount left in n, so we will return from here as well. See, this is the condition. Now when our k become this condition 1 and 2, now our k became 0, we cannot take any other element in consideration further, and now we still have any value in n. So in this case we have to return from here only, we can't go downwards. Now these were our base condition. Now we will write a loop for int I is equal to, now this loop will start from the start variable I less than 9 I plus plus. First we will append our I into our current vector. We will consider this element also, back I. Now we will call to our recursion function only, this function only, helper. In this we are passing answer, our current n minus I, because now a suppose start is equal to 1, so we have considered 1 into account. So the new answer new n which will be required in further iterations will be 4, not 5, so n minus I. Now since we have considered an element, so our k will also decrease by 1, and our next iteration will be called from I plus 1. Why I plus 1? Because I was initially 1, so we have taken 1 into account. Now to find the combination for 1, we have to take 2, 3, 4, 5 and rest others into consideration. We cannot take 1 again into consideration. So yes, so now when this recursion function is over, we have got all the combination which are starting from the ith, the I. Now we have to find the combination which are starting from next number from I, that is when we do I plus 1 it will become 2. Start is initially 1, now it will become 2. So we have to pop back, first pop back R1. Now see here we have pushed back R1. From this recursion call we have find all the combination which are starting from 1. Now we have popped back R1. We have removed R1 from current vector. Now current vector is empty. Now our loop will do I plus plus. Now our I will become 2. Now we will push back 2 in the current vector and we will find all the combinations that are starting from 2, and then again we will pop back it, because we have to find the combination which are starting from 3 as well. So now we will return the value. So this was the whole recursion function. Now let's run this. So yes, it is accepting on the custom test case. Now let's submit it. So yes, it is getting accepted. I hope you liked the video. Thank you.